And you might recognize that as being Stewie from Family Guy. Okay, so I thought of Stewie because he's a very intelligent child and practically a baby. So there's an old saying that came to mind, and then I went looking for a hat that it's not perfect, but it might be perfect. The saying comes from the Far East, and it's called Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. Now, I'm not from the Far East, and I do enjoy things that are um, things that make me laugh, like, you know, on Family Guy, Stewie he's quite a character, he's very watchable. Does he have a Zen mind, a beginner's mind? Uh, yes, yes, he does. Because his timing is impeccable. When he delivers a line, it's perfectly delivered. And it's hard to put in words what exactly Zen is, but you know it when you see it. Perfect, a perfectly delivered line in an acting scene, and the voice actors that are voicing Stewie and the other characters, it's perfect when you watch it. It's perfect Family Guy. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's not like they screwed up somehow. It's perfect, and that's how Zen is. What would be an example of imperfect Zen? If you can silence your mind of your own internal, no, it's, is there anything that's not Zen? If you're first studying something and you're using your let's call it your I was trying to say like your critical mind or your rational reasoning mind. No, not really. It's not really on Zen. This is a good meditation, actually. Try to think of something that is un-Zen. I don't even know what Zen is, you might say. Well, you might not understand the word, but when you watch Family Guy and you see the way they deliver the lines, the delivery of the lines on this show is Zen. So, that's the best I can give you. It's a pointer. Is all art Zen? The goal in doing this is to silence your own mind. So, it's like if your mind is searching for a word, it's searching for a sentence, and no words come. You get a blank. You get a gap in your the wordings going on in your head. You get that gap that's known as inner silence. Sometimes people say, um, if you listen to someone talking, but you want to focus on the silences between the words, that whole thing I just gave you, now go back and focus on the silence between those words. It's something that I can't do that. You're going to say, I can't do that. And that's the whole point. You're going to try to do something that is pretty much for my my brain can't listen to the silence between the words I'm speaking. But you're asking it to do something that it's looking at you and it's going, what you talking about, Willis? And then the mind goes silent. So that's the joy of inner silence. Is it's a game you can play with your own mind, and your mind will get it. And when it gets the inner silence, it's cool. The idea of beginner's mind in that Zen mind, beginner's mind, and it means again, beginners don't know anything. So if you were like a Zen, you went to a Zen monastery or something, and you're an absolute beginner, when you first get there, you would think, I don't know anything about Zen. And I'm going there to learn about it. And it's not a subject like I've got to go to an English class and I've got to learn Shakespeare sonnets and I got to learn them by heart. I got to be able to recite Shakespeare. I got to memorize this stuff. So I got to keep going it over and over in my head. It's like that's what you think when you're going to take a course. I'm going to go get training. I've got to get all this information into my head. And with Zen, it's not that. It's not information. And there are big books. Like there is a book called Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. And I had a copy of it one time. The only good thing about that book is the front cover that says Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. Because all the words in the inside of it, they don't bring you into Zen. What do they bring you into? Confusion. All those words in that book bring you into massive confusion because they're trying to describe something in words. And, it's a great big thick book trying to describe something that's so simple. And they make so many words and you go, oh, what the hell? It's not a good pointer. The front cover that says Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind is a way better pointer. It's short. It's a quick meme. You get it. A lot of times, that's what happens when I buy books. It's because the cover says everything you need to know. And certain things. I mean, if you were going to go and get a book on Shakespeare sonnets, then um, for me, probably what I would do is turn to a page at random and read a little, one or two paragraphs, a little bit. When I was younger, and say in, I don't know, 10th grade English class, and we did Shakespeare, we were given the Shakespeare textbook, and it's old English. And you look at it, and it's really hard to understand it. But if you want to learn Shakespeare, our English teacher put on a film of someone, a group doing the play live. So you have all the actions of the characters. It's way easier to understand Shakespeare if you watch it as a play, because the actors help you out with so much of their actions. So even though the words are Old English, when you put the actions together and you get their facial expressions, it helps you understand. So if you ever have a chance to go and see live Shakespeare, I saw it one time in Vancouver. There's an excellent Shakespearean thing in the summer. It's called Bard on the Beach, and it's an outdoor Shakespeare. Or, maybe you could watch a play on, you know, I haven't looked, but I'm going to guess that there probably is some on YouTube. I'm going to do a second video in a minute because I'm almost out of time. I'm trying to keep it down under 15 minutes so that it can go on Instagram TV. And I'm going to talk to you about another Zen thing. So please subscribe and share to everyone out there who likes Family Guy.